I'm not sorry. I'm not. I always get told I play weird games, and they're right. What I'm doing, though, is playing something weirder. This came out about a month-ish ago, roughly. And I think it's gonna speak for itself in the weird category. We are a very muscular entity. Basically a bodybuilder with head of cat. That's not my actual form. You get to see my actual form in this level. But these first couple levels, I will say, I'm a little bit on the quieter side because this is a very cycle-based game, and the cycles are tight. And with just adding insult to injury, the controls are finicky and not 100% accurate. So, oh, by the way, this is my actual form. I'm a kitty cat. I dance, 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 I dance, dance, dance. I'm going to try to avoid pooping in this game. Pooping is the save. Or it's the checkpoint. It's one of the types of checkpoints. It's... Oh boy. Shoot. That was not ideal, but here we are. It's one of the types of checkpoints. It's the slower one, but it's also, let's be real, the funny one. Ooh, that's actually a surprisingly tight window to hit. So is that one. Nice. So what I'm trying to do is make a cycle. Again, this whole game is very cycle-based. At the end of this particular level. And it's going to require me to basically kind of go for broke right here. There we go. Alright. Yeah, it's avoiding those spikes at the end of this level. Is much easier said than done. The category I'm playing is any percent. Difference between any percent and new game plus, or excuse me, any percent in new game is new game you don't get to skip through the cutscenes. Here you get to skip through the cutscenes and save like 20-some minutes. Don't get me wrong, the cutscenes are fantastic, but they take some time. Alright, let's see if I can hit this. Nice. That is surprisingly tricky to do. As is that. So the fact that I was able to do that, I'm very happy about. Because that is an annoying cycle to hit. Right here, we're going to switch to cat form. We're going to try to mad dash to this next area. And end up accidentally doing that. That's a bit of a time loss. It's fine. That enemy being there is kind of unfortunate. But we can recover. We'll just not care. We're just gonna go straight through everything and be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Damage boosting and buffering, or boosting is a thing. We just kind of have to do it appropriately. This is kind of an annoying spot, but I didn't necessarily want to take that damage right there, but it is what it is. I disagree with that, but okay. Pop off. Didn't mean to poop! Pooping takes time, unfortunately, as you have now seen. But at this point, we are going to try to get through, I was going to say fairly unscathed, and unfortunately we took damage right there, so we have to be a little bit careful. Right now we're trying to avoid anybody and everybody. Which is fine. We did it. Yeah, that's a surprisingly very annoying stage. Especially when you stay in cat form, because between cat form and muscle form, you can't do... In cat form, you can't do damage to the enemies. This is a boss fight. We're going to try to do the quick cycle on them. There we go. Quick cycle is 3 shots to him on that first portion, hit a 4th shot, and then break the top, and it's done. Lemon is very happy, and yeah. Oh, by the way, that's Pool Ball and Grease. Grease is the one in the ship. Pool Ball is the one that's green skinned, and they're blasting off again like Team Rocket. Their leader, also side note, angry cat noises. General Pattaya, she's the leader of the 3, and a pretty cool gal. She's cool. I like her. But moving on to Froggy Woods, and this area is actually kind of interesting. The developer changed it very recently, so the route, and because of that, that was weird. The route has now changed because it's different. Like the actual map is different now because people complained about a specific climbing area that was too difficult for them. So yeah, the dev made it easier for the general public. He's fine, don't worry about him. And made it a little bit more annoying for speedrunners because now we have spike cycles to deal with instead of just climbing, which is a darn shame. Alright, we're gonna avoid pooping here. We're gonna avoid taking damage from that guy. We are gonna climb this wall as our cute kitty form and scroll down here. As I have lost the ability to, like, fall. Falling is hard, okay? Falling is totally hard. I will accept... me. Whew! That was me almost borking that. It's fine. Alright. So here's where it's a little bit different now because those spikes weren't there previously, neither were these. So I just have to kind of deal with them on the fly. Perks of kind of routing on the fly for areas that didn't look like that previously. This is kind of a difficult trick I'm going to do right now, so... There we go. Perfect! I'm going to try not to get peed on too much. Got peed on a little bit there. It's fine. Also, were you expecting me to say things like, I'm going to try not to get peed on, or I'm pooping? That is a big time loss right there, unfortunately. So, this is probably going to be a rip run. We'll try to salvage it. It probably can't be salvaged, not gonna lie. But it's fine. We will keep going. We have to wait for the 3rd one. Okay. This is fine. Not ideal, but here we are. We're still a little bit ahead, but as you can tell, we lost a lot of time right there. We have to scroll through all these, and see, the guy I mentioned before that we stole a ship, he's fine, he's taking care of his back. That's me. Grease gets a little scared when he sees me, I don't blame him. I mean, look at the muscles on the muscles. Leaves Pool Ball to himself. We're going to try to do a quick kill on Pool Ball. What this entails, we take damage right here, we rush over, do damage to him one more time, and he's dead. With these fights, if you don't get a quick kill on them, there's a lot, like they'll do a lot more phases, a lot more attacks, and have fewer opportunities to actually damage them. And it's also angry cat noises. That is annoyingly difficult. Very annoyingly difficult to do. So the quick kills, if you can do them, fantastic. But now we are playing the Peak of Fun. And there's some fangirls. You don't pay attention to them. They're fine. Just hoping not to take some damage there, but we're gonna try to... I disagree with that, but okay, here we go. Unfortunately, I have to play it a little bit safe right now because I've taken a lot more damage than what I should. Which is a big, big problem. Oh, heck. Heck it! We're doing this live! So, I forgot to mention I have an invincibility. My underpants start glowing and, I become invincible. Yeah. Anywho, DDR. This will also be Guitar Hero. I don't know what happens if you fail this. I don't know if you can fail this, but it's a nice little literal dance break. So, it's the Peak of Fun. Are you gonna deny Super Muscle Cat the Peak of Fun? Also, the Guitar Hero, just rhythm game player in me gets so bothered by the fact that this is not quite on the beat. Like... ah! But anyway, look at those back muscles. I mean, they're fantastic. Very fantastic. Alright, moving on. We are going to school! Because we go to the arcade before school. It's fine. She's gonna say hi, she's gonna present a love letter. It's very sweet of her. We're gonna care about the love letter. I hate that laser so much. Let me count all the ways I hate this laser. We're just gonna take the hit there. It's gonna be a little bit tight now. Ooh, I'm so glad I didn't poop right there. Oh, why is that a phrase? We're just gonna leave. We're out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye. Every once in a while you can make it such that you just kind of can walk through a cutscene. It's not really like useful all the time, but it's kind of funny. I use Pirletta. She has some feelings for Keita, which is the gentleman with the glasses back there that she's hidden by bullying him. so she kind of likes them. The easy way to do this is you find the 3 answers that have the name Keita in capital letters, and then you say reveal her feelings, and this particular segment is over. So this is a very, very, very intense fight. This has a little bit of everything in it, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Anywho, this next section is... It's an auto-scroller that's surprisingly annoying and has actually gone through a lot of iterations. So the first time the devs made this auto-scroller, or the dev, I should say, yeah, it is a single dev, mind you. He did this with no checkpoints, no heart pickups, nothing. And the problem was, you'll see how long this is. So if you died at the very end, you had to do the whole level over again. Which, when I played this the first time, I wanted to cry. Because that happened to me more times than I'd like to admit. But now there's checkpoints, and unfortunately checkpoints don't really matter to me because I can get through this without too much issue. What I will say is the auto-scroller has object permanence, meaning if it doesn't show up on screen, it currently doesn't exist. So if I go ahead, I essentially fall off the map and I have to start over again. So you can't just kind of like blindly go through the auto-scroller. You have to quite literally follow it and just kind of deal with it. But it's just one of those things. This is kind of annoying, kind of with that object permanence situation. I jumped in this a little too early. So by jumping out of it, I actually stopped the spaceship from moving. Which prevents me from going out of the map because, again, object permanence. There we go. But now we are pretty much just kind of sneaking through. This is set up such that, like, it all makes sense, and apparently Thor, the God of Thunder, is angry that I'm playing this for some reason. It's fine. Like, it's not... There's nothing on this auto-scroll that's gonna, like, force you to pull off a miracle to get through. If you just stick with the auto-scroller, it's very straightforward. This is the last section. Jumping up there. So we finished the first half of the auto-scroller, but you're thinking, oh, well, you beat the level. That's great. Well, the enemies set the area to self-destruct, now we have to escape and go out the way we came, but this time in cat form. So this also plays into the whole, we can't damage enemies in cat form, but they can damage us, which is always great fun. That laser, we are not going to talk about the number of times I've fallen victim to that laser and took a cheap shot from it. So now we're just going to let other enemies do the killing for us. We're going to hop into that ship and head back up here. And yes, things have somehow changed. It's just KinnikuNeko things. The item, yes, that's my underpants. That just sounds weird. That's basically just a collectible you can get to unlock, like, plot and everything outside of the main game. So... I have missed that spaceship so many times. We're not going to talk about it. It's fine. I swear, it's fine. So we're almost through. This is the last little run. I like to call this next jump the hardest jump in the auto-scroller because it's the last jump in the auto-scroller. And the last thing I want to do is die right there. It's so sad when you get there and then you miss that jump. You're like, oh. Dang. Well, that's great. So yeah, we've gone from saving the humans in the lab to the beach, because this is the beach episode. That's what the name of the level is. Sometimes what I'll do, you'll notice I'll jump. That's to kind of rectify positioning. Make sure, yeah, I'm just gonna go heck it. I'll just take damage, it's fine. That's just me being a derp. Alright, this next section... Yeah. I kind of disagree with that personally, but here we are. That was kind of an awkward first half of the beach episode. Like, I have, like, no health. This is kind of a problem. Oh boy. That gentleman's day is just ruined. Straight up. That was a little rude. But yeah, this is fine. We are going to deal with the fact that the game did not want to accept that input. Just trigger that and be done with it. So this next section, this next fight is... It is RNG. We have to take out Grease and Pool Ball with our cat form. We can't do damage. They can do damage to each other, and then General Pitaya and her ship can do damage to them. And the RNG is actually getting them to line up to do damage to each other. Like, they did not take any damage. Okay. That was actually really nice, not gonna lie. Okay. Oh, that was awesome! Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a really good first half of this fight. And it's the harder of the two halves, because now we get muscle form and now we just wail on the three of them. Because Pitaya comes out of her ship. Oh god, I've never seen them both get hit at the same time. That was super cool. Yeah, this particular fight, it's going to be Grease or it's gonna be Pitaya that's the last one. The last one to fall. Case in point. So yeah, you can tell when Grease and Pool Ball are down for the count because they drop a health thing. Rude. So we're just gonna wail on her a little bit. Rude. There we go. That was a really good that was a really good Pitaya fight. Like, oh wow. Legitimately the best I've done that. Clearly. So, alright. Now we are going into space, because Lemon turned out to be the human Lemon. blonde girl who's in the bottom right-hand corner sipping orange juice. She's actually Princess Melon. She's an alien. And these aliens, for the most part, they came to Earth, and they considered Earth a quote-unquote doomed planet because we had emotions. She was actually curious about the emotions and wanted to see what they were like. So she checked it out. And she took a human form and met Keita. And met this wonderful cat. And it is now pouring outside. Oh boy. So this is, I'll say this is a multi-stage auto-scroller. Kind of like a baby shmup. But that's fine because this next level, Atlantia, it's the big equalizer. There's no nice way to describe it. Everything can and will go wrong in Atlantia. So just because I'm 45 seconds ahead or 42 seconds ahead does not mean anything. Also, there's something that's going to be happening shortly that I'm required to do. Alright, moving on. That means we're almost done with stage 1. And we're gonna, as soon as we take out all the enemies, we're going to move to stage 2. And we're going to go from daytime to high in the sky, and it's suddenly getting to be like dusk. This section is actually a little bit difficult, especially with the little alien guys, because they will shoot off a green ball. It was pretty noticeable in the first area. It is significantly less noticeable in this area because it blends in very well with the ground, or the, not the sky, well, yeah, the sky. So I have to kind of really pay attention to see if an enemy shoots off a green ball at me. But it doesn't matter now because we're in space. There's atmosphere. I'm sorry, but who just farted on me? Rude. Fighting the other people on our butt stallions, our unicorn lasers, is a little tricky because those enemies, they like to fly upwards. So I might not necessarily be able to hit them if I don't catch them right away. Which gets a little annoying, but nothing I can't deal with. I'll know when all the enemies are dead when the camera pans upwards and the level is done. So, yep. We've finished the auto-scroller, and we are now on to the area where I'm going to be quiet. Atlantia, again, everything goes wrong in Atlantia, and it's just one of those things. So, yeah, this would definitely be a time where I would leave it up to commentators to focus on this for me. But the big gist of this area is there are 3 computer terminals that I'm destroying, and I'm doing that to progress to the level, or through the level. So we're going to do the first one, now we're going to do the third one, and then we're going to float back down for the second one. Okay, that's fine. I did not mean to do that, but here we are. Alright. This next section is definitely the scariest, because there is a jump that will kind of make or break this section. It's this one right here. Perfect. I take that. But we are not out of the clear yet for Atlantia. Unfortunately, we are not out of the clear, and it's not this next section, it's the section following it that is very, very terrifying. But right now we are going through this area. There's 3 things we have to activate to progress. And we've activated one of them, and now we have to get the other 2. Also, those platforms will come to haunt us soon enough. Believe it. Alright. There's 2. That was a little rude. Oh. Okay. Nope, I missed the cycle. That's unfortunate. Oh, I double missed the cycle! No! Bless the cycles in this game. Alright. So the next section's a whole bunch of those green disappearing platforms, and I need to jump over a lot of them. The last couple require me to do a roll, so I can get a little bit more of a boost. I'm going to be completely silent during this part, just because it is not easy. And it will very much make or break a run, so. My dogs will be barking and giving commentary behind me, so it's fine. But here we go. I should say apologies for the barking. There is a really bad thunderstorm going on outside, which is a little concerning, but yeah, with that is honestly, those platforms, those are the last really scary thing about this run, bar none. I could very easily die in the next 2 boss fights, but thankfully the hard parts are over. So at this point we are going to be fighting our good friend Princess Melon, aka Lemon. We can't damage her, but we have to try to get her to snap out of it, and we do that pretty much by just kind of letting her do some laser attacks. There's specific ones she'll do in the first couple phases. This horizontal one, there's a horizontal vertical one. The big thing is when she does those horizontal ones, the first one pops out a little bit earlier than the others. That's fine. But you just hop on the top or the first platform, and then as you see, I let myself fall down, and then I'm completely safe. Every once in a while, she will go invincible, so that's fine. We just kind of deal with it. So right there, I didn't want to wait till the platform disappeared because I was a little early. Right there, I was a little early hopping on that platform, so took a bit of damage. That's fine. Once we get past this invincibility phase, she'll then start using diagonal attacks on some of her abilities. And or she'll just start doing them there. It's fine. But yeah, we're pretty much just waiting her out. She'll do a couple more rounds of attacks, and then at that point, our friends will come back, like Keita, General Pattaya, Grease, Pool Ball, and they will try to basically snap her out of this mind control that, spoilers, her mother has her under right now. Like, trying to put her back to her, like, not soulless, but, like, emotionless state. But we don't want that, because she's our friend. Which is also why we're not damaging her, because, again, she's our friend. Aliens are friends, not food. Or something like that. Oh, alright, so our friends are going to come in from the left. And at this point, they're going to try to talk her out of it. We'll see cutscenes that we've previously skipped because we were in a rush because we're speed running. And then we just have to survive.
I'm a coward.
So
This time, I have a reason not to run away.
she'll either use the horizontal attack or she'll use the vertical attack. We like her using the vertical attack because it's just less to deal with. It's just easier to dodge the vertical attack. So we'll know the fight is over as soon as her eyes like regain their pupils. So it should be a couple more, but we're almost done with this fight at least. I think the next time they show her face, that's when she's gonna snap out. Yep. So just like that, she has snapped out of it, and she's like, I'm so sorry. That's it. That's what she says. I'm so sorry. I got nothing. I love Neku's just like popping up. It's like, meow! Bloody hell. While they're talking, I'll say with, I think I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier with different patches. The developer recently updated or put out a patch that got rid of a lot of the glitches that we were using in speedrunning and updating the pathing to make it easier for casual players. So this is done on 1.6, which is the newest patch, and unfortunately, there's not really a way to down patch easily. So just kind of have to deal with it. Anywho, this is the final boss, Mother Sphere. There's 3 phases here. She's going to do a few different types of attacks. The swords are pretty easy. I'm waiting for an audio cue to trigger so I know when to move. What I'm looking for are green platforms, or green daggers, I should say, these. Because those green daggers create the platforms I need to hit her in the head. Because that's the only way I can do damage to her, is if I hit her in the head. And the only way I can reach her head, because she is quite tall, and I'm quite not tall, is by those platforms. Rude. Yeah. I'm gonna try not to take extra damage right there, preferably. Why I get a little bit quiet right there is there is an audio cue I'm listening for, so the daggers lock in place. So I can kind of conduct or like control where they land. Both the white ones and the green ones. I kind of disagree with that, but here we are. So the next attack not the most ideal. Is the end of the first phase. She's gonna get real angry. And now we're gonna move into the second phase, which we're hurtling even closer to Earth, and now there's a whole bunch of, like, pyramids. It's fine. It's fine. 100% fine. Alright. I will say, you don't have to target the green daggers where those circles are, but that's a nice thing that the dev put together and said, hey, maybe you should have those daggers land right here, and you'll notice the stairs that you have made. Hey? So, I appreciate that little bit of accessibility. Rude. That's fine. But what I'm listening for is that ka-chunk. So I know it's like, alright, now we're time to go. Alright, so she is big mad once more, which is fine. Totally fine. Because now we get to go into the platformer section that I swear to heck, like, the music makes me think, like, they, somebody was watching Watchmen. This is actually the one area that also, object permanence, does exist. As weird as it is. It just is what it is. I wait a little bit right here. Oh, heck. This is fine, because it keeps going. Yeah. At this point, we are waiting to do the ultimate attack against Mother Sphere, and that will happen once our bar fills up. The big thing here is just literally just chill out in the bottom left-hand corner. She'll shoot off daggers in groups of singular daggers, and then she'll shoot off a chunk of 3. The lasers are pretty easy to dodge if you stay in the bottom corner. Like, it's one of those, if you played a shmup, you know, in some cases, moving less is more. And this is the perfect example of it, so. You think we almost are done with the bar, right? 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 Nope. Now we're in, like, ultimate attack bar mode, which is fine. Oops. So yeah, as soon as that bar fills up, we are going to defeat Mother Sphere, and I'm not sorry for the attack that KinnikuNeko is going to unleash on her. Because it is an attack filled with emotion. Rude. I totally meant to do that. But with that, I'm not sorry for what you're about to see. It's fine. This is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So by breaking her horn, she now gets emotion, but I actually don't think it's breaking the horn. It's like, I'm not angry cat anymore. I'm happy cat. I'm purring. Also, if you're looking for hinges in this run, they're not here. Anywho, at this point, we are escaping. And pretty much from now until the end of the run, it's... I could still die here. I'm not going to. But it's possible. If you, like, constantly run into the rocks, it's fine. But yeah, no, this is KinnikuNeko Super Muscle Cat, any percent, on patch 1.6. It's fun. I mean, the story is wild. The platforming's surprisingly fun. Like, really, really fun. The controls are very, very finicky. And honestly, that's kind of like the hardest part of learning this run is getting used to the controls. Because there's a lot of dropped inputs you have to work around. A lot of very peculiar things where the game's just like, I'm gonna glitch. Because why not? But that said, like I can't fault this game for it because it is a single developer that made this game. And I like mad respect for the dev. I mean, kudos. I highly recommend this game, but in terms of incentives, there's one thing that we can do as an incentive for this is let me do the quick timestamp here. Is I'm gonna, once I get through the game, and I'll run through the credits because there's one final joke at the end of this that has to be spoken or has to be shown at the end of the credits. It's there, but I'm gonna close the game and then I'm gonna restart the game because when I do that, we get to see the opening movie, and that would be a really funny donation incentive because it's a minute and a half. That's it, but it's hilarious. Also, I'm constantly moving right now, just so I know when I'm done. Also, that's what happens when you run out of laser, you rainbow fart. But time ends when the screen fades to black. Shout out to that dog. And also when I lose control of the character. So that's going to be coming up very shortly. I think after this. Yep. So yeah, that is that would be time. That is KinnikuNeko, Super Muscle Cats. We'll get through the end credits, or this end cutscene. You'll see the end credits, and then I will, yeah, Chartertronic is the developer for this. And then I will show you this wonderful donation incentive that can be selected, which is watch the opening of this video game. It encapsulates everything this game is. And it really sets you up for what you're going to be experiencing. Full stop. Also, I love Neko's face. Oh, I love Neko's face right there. That's just no thoughts, head empty, and I love it. I love it. It's so cute.
She's really gone.
She's just what little kitty cat. But yeah, so the ending of this is the aliens. Hey Freya. Also surprise doggo attack by Freya. The aliens no longer consider Earth a doomed planet. They're kind of starting to experience emotions. They kind of like it, and they're gonna keep. We're like, you know what, Earth, you're kind of cool. We'll go conquer a different planet, one that isn't as cool as yours. So, yeah. Also, the underpants. Did you really think she was going to just fly away forever with the magical underpants that turns me into a swole kitty cat? Of course not. Of course not. Physics doesn't make sense here. That's fine. Just assume they landed appropriately. Just... was it suspension of belief? Suspension of disbelief? Something?
Well, since we've been banished, I say we can do nothing all day.
Mood. So anyway, that is the end screen. However, we get to see everybody that we have ran past one more time for the ultimate joke. The ultimate of ultimate jokes. Especially because we are playing a game where we are a cat. And you understand the rule about cats, right? When it comes to cats, if they fits, they sits. I'm assuming you're either eye rolling or groaning. And you know what? Yeah. I spit took something. But yeah, yeah, that's a thing. But Kata, his whole quest during this whole shenanigan-filled silliness was, his parents were kidnapped by the aliens, and he was looking for them, and in the end he found them. Yay. So I'm going to close the game, we're going to restart it, and you get to see the intro. Again, it is a 1.5 minute potential donation incentive. It's great fun, it's hilarious, and I hope you enjoy what you're about to see. Hey, Freya. So yes, that's KinnikuNeko. I hope you had fun. I love playing this game. It is so silly and wild, and I love it. So yeah, with that, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.